What's going on, y'all? I'm bite. I'm bite, and I'm big, and I'm bored. So y'all come keep me company while I am cooking. Come keep me company while I'm cooking. I am trying to hurry up and throw this little stuff in the. Oh, excuse me. In the little crock pot. Ooh. Oh, oh. Yeah, baby. Also, onions. Oh my God. That's good. Good, 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 good. A house not always there. No one there. Hold you tight. And no one there. Yeah. You can good night. Now live. I call your name. And so it is a Minister crazy game with pretty little darling heart. Come back when you stay. We are so far. I'm not meant to know when this house into a home. I understand. Turn the key, oh, please be there. Still in love, stay. Still in love. Yeah. Oh, still in love with me. Are you gonna be in love with me? What do I need you to be? Yeah. In love. Come on, man. Man, listen, y'all. Check this out. I don't know if anybody has had the chance to see that new Kirk Franklin video, Father's Day. Baby, all I can say is grab you a box of tissue because it's sure to make you cry. Man, I saw that at about 6 o'clock this morning. I'm cooking, so deal with this damn voice here for a minute. But I think about 6 this morning, and I was watching the it's like a little 35-minute film. Baby, when I tell you, I was bawling like a little baby. Well, I wasn't crying. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Just like right now, I was cutting up some onions, and the mist from the onions filled the room, and it made my eyeballs sweat. Most uncomfortable feeling, you know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't stop. So my eyeballs were sweating, my ears, my eyes just started watering. And I couldn't believe what was going on. Just ooh. So yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But it was so touching. Oh my God, he talked about him as a child being adopted and how, he was abused, bullied, and basically how he longed for love and it belonged to somebody. And he talked about how, all these years he didn't have a relationship with his biological mother. That it had been 20 something years, 22, 23 years, I think, since the last time he saw her. And how he had longed for a relationship with her. He talked about how he had been adopted by a distant relative. And basically, that was just, I mean, I don't know, my system or something, I don't know, but he got bullied and beat on for nothing, you know. He had nobody to talk to. He came up by himself. He was the only child because she didn't have any children. And he talked about how um, he used to get beat for nothing or whatever, how strict and mean and what have you she was. Just different stuff. It was just horrible. And then he was saying how, um, everybody pretty much knew they had a broken relationship with his son, his oldest son, Carry On. and and the man that he knew to be his father, that his mother told him was his father, he was angry at the man because he knew about him, I guess, and he didn't have, spend no time with him. He never reached out to try to see who he was. And his mother kept saying, "This is your daddy," blah, 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 blah. And to find out, the man passed away, like, not long after he went to go see him for the first time. And he didn't find out until later on, after the man had passed away, that he wasn't his father at all. So when he found out that this guy wasn't his dad, it just broke him all over again, because he was like, I spent this time trying to bond with a man that wasn't even my father, and then he died with me. He went to his grave with me hating him or being mad at him, and he didn't deserve that. And I found out that he wasn't my dad at all. Then he talked about how one of his mother's relatives had passed, her sister when her sisters had passed. And he didn't go to the funeral, but some of his other relatives went, and they said that when they got there, there was this guy at the funeral that they were like, "Oh my God, if you were to see him, Kirk, you look just like this guy. Like his hands like you, his hair like you, y'all about the same height." It was crazy. And he was like, "What?" And so people asked him about it, like, do you know anything about Kirk or what have you? And Kirk and the guy was like, "Well, look, I had no idea about anything." He said, "Now, I used to date his mom though when we were younger." And people started like, "What?" So he didn't know anything about Kirk. So he said, "Well, look, if it would ease his mind, I'll tell you what." He went and bought a DNA test on his own, and he swabbed himself, and he said, "Listen, I'll go ahead and send this. If Kirk wants to do something with it, then it's on him. He can do what he want to do with it. It's all about him. This is not about me. It's all about Kirk or whatever." So he sent the DNA kit to Kirk or whatever, and Kirk decided to go ahead and swab himself. Okay, well, let's see what comes of this. So he did it, and the results came back. The doctor called him, and it turns out this guy, the results said it was 99.9999999 that he was, in fact, his father. So when he found this news out, he called his mom. His mom denied it. No, that's not possible at all. So he said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and She said, "That's not possible. I know that's not your dad." So she wanted to have the test done again. So he met the guy that was his dad or what have you. And when he went, oh my God. Oh, when I tell you, it was like he was looking at an older version of himself. Like this guy was dark, the same height. Kurt was just like him, like just like him, just like a mix of this guy and Kurt's mom. It's crazy. So Kurt was like, "Okay, now you playing with my mind." And they went into the second DNA test and the same results. This is your dad, right? The mother is emphatically denying, like, "Okay, no, absolutely not. I don't know how this is happening, but he ain't your daddy." Blase, this, that, and the third. And so, I mean, she like still not being honest about it, or in denial or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it is, but she kept saying no. But when I tell you that all of this was like, oh, it was so much. It was so much for some 6 o'clock this morning, y'all. Especially after the dream I had, okay? So anyway, he did all this, and he didn't. Him and his son had been estranged for quite a while. So after them not being whatever, Kirk decided to go meet up with his son. And when he met up with his son, he showed his son those DNA results. And boy, when I tell you, it wasn't a dry eye around. It was like, dang, we all have some type of identity. We know where we come from. We know who we are. Blah blah blah. So it was just real touching. He and his son hugged, and they made up, and they're doing better now, and they apologized to each other. And oh my God, it was just beautiful. But yeah. So I'm really happy about him and his son making amends and all that. I'm even happier that he's able to work on that chapter of his life, you know. It ain't nothing harder than like wanting no answer to something, or for whatever reason you can't get those answers, and it ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? So that was just good to see. It was really good to see. I'm so happy for him. And I'm happy that it worked out that way. He talked about all of the different stuff that he's been through throughout his life and all coming close to death and public shame and just all of this stuff. And for that to come out, whatever, and him and his son to make amends. Oh my God. That was just a beautiful thing. So I think everybody, this is 35-minute documentary, whatever, like a film or whatever you want to call it. But I think everybody should take the time and take a look at it. And he said, one thing he said that kind of touched close to home for me is he said that he was always reminded, he was adopted and he was always reminded that he was adopted in a negative kind of way. You know, he always felt like he didn't belong. Imagine you were adopted, you're not a part, you this and you that way. And I thought about my baby because my baby boy is adopted, and he knows that it's a fact that he's adopted. He knows his, and also Kurt said that he knew who his mom was, but he didn't know who his dad was, but he knew his mom. But anyway, my son also knows who his mom is. We're related. So that part hit close to home, and it made me want to wake my baby up and just love on him some more because I don't ever want him to feel like you're adopted. You really not. This, that, and the other. I don't want him to feel that way. Never. I would give my last. As a matter of fact, I changed his name to my name so he would be able to benefit from anything that I have. Because I never want him to feel isolated, separated, individualized, or anything. So I thought it was the whole thing was just beautiful. It was a little hurtful because of the things that he got to experience and encounter, you know, because it ain't nothing like being the odd one in the room. People always make you feel like you don't fit in and you don't belong or you don't have a right to be there because your name is different from theirs or whatever the situation is. That's terrible. And it's terrible to make a child feel that. It's that's awful. That's an awful thing. I don't have any respect for a person that could do something like that. A kid is a kid. You know what I'm saying? Don't make babies feel out of place and unwanted and unloved and unneeded and unnecessary. Like they're just a waste of space or something. So it was just really good to see him have a happy ending to all the traumatic things that he's experienced over the years. You know, it was just nice. It was nice to see. And like I said, it just made me want to just love on my baby that much more because seeing all the mess that he had gone through, oh my God. Ooh, just sad. Who would treat a child that way? You know what I'm saying? Who would make a baby feel like you're not what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, that was that. So that was a good movie. That was not a good, you know what I'm saying? Not a movie, but a good. Look, hold on, y'all. Let me put my water on for my noodles. My macaroni. My macaroni. You know what I'm saying? She's an arrow, yeah. Tonight's the night that you met me, oh woman. You said you'd be gentle with you, and I hope you will. I'm hurt, I'm trembling, waiting for you to walk in. Trying hard to relax, but I just can't. Hey, baby. Now, what if my mama come home early and get to do what we're doing? Not only would I never live die, but my whole family relationship, it'll all be ruined. But we've come too far now to turn around. So let's just pray. Love is what we found. 'Cause tonight, 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 ooh, never forget tonight, never forget tonight. That's when you like me, I said you make me feel real good. Oh, I want you back, 'cause you make me feel good. I love you, baby girl. I love you and I know it. And I ain't ashamed to show it. 'Cause I love it, baby. And I need it, baby. I love you, my baby, my baby. My baby. Hey, yeah. Oh, mm, oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Miss Betty, right. Hey, you really feel real. Will make me feel good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I ain't too proud to show it. I love her, and I ain't too. I love her. I ain't too. I love her, and I ain't too proud to show it. Not tonight, tonight. Oh, oh, yeah. Ooh. I'm just dropping stuff on the floor, y'all. But that's okay. I just sweep it all up at once because I don't know about nobody else. But baby, when I'm cooking, I don't like touching nothing but food. And I wash my hands 1,000 quadrillion times before I wash my hands 1,000 times while I'm cooking, and I can't stand for nobody to come in my. Oh my God! Don't touch nothing in my kitchen. Don't put your fingers in my pot. Don't lift my lid. Don't cough. Don't comb your hair. Don't scratch your head. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. And don't nobody like being around me when I'm cooking stuff. I don't even care. I don't care. I sure like I don't give a care. I should have cooked that corn, but I don't feel like I'm throwing it. I got some corn from the food market and some bomb. I cleaned it, shucked it and cleaned it. And I was gonna fry it off, cut it off the thing and fry it, but I got lazy. So I went on and froze it, cleaned it, got the six and stuff like that. And froze it. When I take it out, I'll probably put it in the Instapot and let it cook real good. Real. Just it depends on if I want it savory or sweet. If I want a little savory, put a little salt and garlic in there. Just a little salt and garlic, a little garlic powder, patties, and just let it slow cook so it get real tender and like that. But if I want it sweet, if it's not already real naturally sweet, just a little, like a tablespoon of sugar and some butter and slow cook it like that. Then I'll it comes out real tender and sweet. Break it up, break the cobs in half because they kind of big. So when the children come, they'll enjoy it. Then sometimes I'll put it on a stick, on a skewer, like a what you call it, just about kind of cook up and they like that. And sometimes when I cook fried chicken or grill it, I do the same thing with the wings. Put them on a stick. They like that, because it seems like it's something fun to eat. So my grandbabies like that. Yeah, yeah, shish kebab. Grandma, grandma, grandma. As a matter of fact, I miss them. I really wish they would come see me. I haven't seen them since they started school. I ain't seen my babies and my grandson got his own phone, the 3-year-old. And he calls me like, Grandma, I'm calling you. Why you ain't answer? I'm calling you. I'm calling you, Grandma. And he actually gets an attitude while I answer the phone. Looking out on the morning rain. I used to feel so uninspired. And I thought I couldn't face another day. I don't know what so kind, you're the peace of mind. You make me feel, you make me feel. I'm set 6 minutes because I do not like no mushy macaroni noodles. All right, so I got the cheese cut up, got the noodles. And that's another thing. If you take meat, especially chicken, out the pack, and you don't clean it, just rinse it off and cook it, you're nasty. You're nasty. You're nasty. If you cook and lick your fingers and you dip your spoon in the pot and go back and dip that same spoon in the pot, you're nasty. If you cook and got long fingernails and your nails nasty, you're nasty. You're nasty. And don't offer me nothing. But I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't. No, I don't. Cause you offer to it, I might take it. But guess what? It's gonna go in the circular file. You know what the circular file is? The garbage. The trash. I can't stand nobody cooking. And they got real long nails. And under their fingernails is black and dirty. Because all I can think is, you don't wipe your tail with them fingernails. You don't dig in your nose, your butt, your ears, your anus, all the same. And I don't know if you are a smoker. And I'm whispering because I don't, because people do that. If you're a smoker and you smoke a cigarette and then resume cooking without washing your hands, you're nasty. You are nasty. And I do not like that. Baby. I ain't cooking from nobody. Nasty. I don't want it. I'm not gonna treat you like that. Okay. 5, 6. These are nice looking wings too. Oh, about 26 wings in there. 9, 12. Come on, ugly. 13, 14. 15, 17, 18, 21, 23 outfit. And what I think is that is 23. So one wing off. So I'm gonna wash them and separate them. Put them in the bag because it's just me and my boy. Wrestling and then bag them up. So that's pom. At least when I'm gonna clean them again, but when I install, but at least when I install, then they'll already be pretty clean. But yeah, I don't like all that yellow skin, whatever it is, that film or whatever they're doing there. I don't like it. Stand it. So yeah, I have to get all that off and get all that off and then get make sure no feathers or fat on the chicken. Cause yeah, that's nasty. Get all that fat. It's not benefiting. Anyway, right? Right? Wash my neck off real quick, y'all. And then I'm gonna tell you something else too. If your chicken got a lot of film or fat or something like that, you know what I use? I use the potato cutter. I use the potato cutter to I use the potato cutter, the potato fill out mix. Right? Okay, so that's my timer. So my macaroni has boiled al dente, but I don't like mushy macaroni. So while I'm cleaning this chicken, I'm gonna turn my pot off. Because remember, you're gonna bake it in the oven. So I'm gonna turn my pot off. I only cooked it for 6 minutes. I boiled the water first. I only cooked it for 6 minutes. I turn the pot off and then let it sit in that hot water for a couple minutes. Then I'm gonna drain it, rinse it, and then and then I'll put some butter or whatever in there, a little taste of seasoning, not too much, because pasta will soak up salt, too much. So season it, little seasoning in there, little pepper, put your butter in there, and whatever form of fat you're gonna use. If you're gonna use a little cream, in that case, then you're gonna do all that, when it's time. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing cooking shows. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some stuff like that. I'm really quick baking stuff like that. And I like to make it easy, simple and easy, so that people won't feel like it's something difficult. I really like, doing classes for like newlywed, new wives, new mothers, stuff like that. You know, making stuff like lasagna and stuff like that, easy recipes, so people don't feel, you know, like it's something difficult, like an easy cake with only a few ingredients. You can make it from scratch. I'm so glad this chicken is real nasty, and it don't really have a lot of feathers and film on it. Not so bad, not bad wings, but some of them miscut. I hate ugly food. It's crazy, but I do. I hate ugly food. Listen, listen, I'll use it for some broth or something. I used to, when I had my Pomeranian before he passed away, I used to cook the ugly wings and give them to the dog. And he would come right at the doorway to the kitchen and sit right at the doorway and watch me cook. And every once in a while, he'd look at the floor and look up at me like, when you gonna drop me something? And man, let me tell you, my dad had the dog so spoiled, my Rusty. He had him so spoiled. When I cooked my daddy breakfast, my dad used to make the dog a plate out of his plate, a little small mini plate. And so every once in a while, I would cook because my dad, he ate like egg whites and turkey sausage and stuff. He didn't eat like a lot of high fat food, low fat, high protein kind of thing. So sometimes to keep him from begging my daddy for his food, I would make him a little omelet, a little plate, a little small plate. This dog got so mad because I didn't cook him breakfast one day. I locked him in the basement. The basement was right off the kitchen, so I locked him in the basement. So he was in my bed. My dad, that dog sat there and cried. He cried. Oh my God, he cried like somebody was killing him. That dog sat there and cried, y'all, until I let him upstairs and gave him something to eat. He cried because he was so used to eating breakfast with my father. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you break. He was like, Mom, what did you do to Russ? What you do to Rusty, Mom? I said, he mad because I ain't cooking breakfast. The dog was pissed because I ain't cooking no breakfast now, y'all. You know what? So now I have a cat. And my cat, now I don't allow my cat nowhere in my kitchen near my cat. I can't. But my son feeds my cat. And the cat stays in his room. So I ain't one of them guys that it's okay for the animals to be on the couch and all that. That's not cool with me. They walk down there on the floor and they're playing. They got a little pillow. They okay. They'll be all right. They're not human. Hold on. They bark. They don't talk. And if they talk, I don't care. But anyway, so I went ahead and I let this little fool sleep sleep. I let him. I let him. I forgot what I was saying about the cat. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying I got a cat, and I don't feed him from the plate or table or nothing like that, because he strictly eat cat food. So, he don't care for it, stuff like that. Like sometimes I'll take the fat from the chicken or something like that. He'll eat a little piece, but he's finicky. He's real finicky. But anyway, my child, honey, my cat gets mad whenever my son don't feed him like he want to be fed. I'll be sitting in the living room in a chair, and he comes and tells on my son. And the way he does it is he comes and bumps his nose on my leg, and then he'll just sit there and look at me. And if I act like I ignore myself, he'll come and do it, bump his nose on my leg. And then I look at him and I say, did you feed the dog cat yet? No. Would you feed the cat? Then I look at the cat and say, go in there and let him feed you. He goes in the room. And so he can get fed. He goes right to my son so he can get fed. He does it every time. I've never seen it in my life. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little piece of something like that. Okay. Let's start again. So yeah, he goes right here so he can eat. But yeah, I don't play when it comes to stuff like that. I'm gonna put these miscut pieces in a bag so I can use them for some broth or some noodles and chicken or stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pieces of that. These are messed up ugly. Put these in a bag. It's a miscut. And let's pretend I might be just pieces. It's 20 wings. I might as well. Yeah, these nice wings. I might as well get that. Alright, I'll put these in the freezer. So yeah, I'm about to season my chicken and let it sit for me. Now let me tell you something. I'll tell you this little secret. if you want your like a seasoning, you season your meat or whatever, and then it's like the seasoning don't stick to it and stuff like that. They always do. They always y'all get you a little what's my thing that get you a little drain. Make sure you drain the water off of it. Drain all the water off your meat first. Okay, make sure you drain all your water so that your seasoning won't be just going down the drain. Drain all your water. And what you drain my noodles because I do not want them mushy. Okay. Drain all your water and then let it sit a little bit before you season it. Let it dry. Let it sit and let it dry a taste. And then get you a little cream like pat milk or whipping cream or something like that. Okay. And let it after you let it pour it over your chicken and work it in. Work it through. Okay. Now you're not gonna put a lot. Just maybe like maybe a fourth cup or something. Not even a lot. Not even that. Just a little bit. Just to coat it a little bit. Then you put your which one? Then you season it. Season your chicken. And when you season it, you put it in a bowl and put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes at least. About 30 minutes. Okay? And once you do that, you can do that while you're doing some other stuff. And you come back to it, and then what you do is you put some seasoning in your flour. Okay? Put your little salt, pepper, and I love smoked paprika, y'all. I love some smoked paprika. Okay? I love it. Smoked paprika, whatever, in your put that in your little flour, in your seasoning. Not heavy though, because you remember you already pre-seasoned your chicken. So put that on there, and then after did I say baking powder? The baking powder, little baking powder, just a little bit. Okay, and then you shake your after when you're ready to start frying. Shake your chicken in it and sit it on something flat. You know what I'm saying? Sit on a pan or something like that. Shake the chicken, sit on the pan, let it sit for a couple of minutes. It's gonna start getting a little moist. Then while you're getting your flour, your grease getting hot, go ahead and pick that up and shake it another time in that little flour and drop it in that hot grease. See how that work out for you. Tell me how that work out for you. Huh? Huh? Tell me how that work out for you. Huh? Gonna be magically delicious. I ain't playing. I wouldn't lie to you. I would not lie. I sure won't. I wouldn't lie when the truth would be. I wouldn't lie, baby, tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Yep. It'll work out just magically delicious. Tell you. tried to told you. You hear me? I tried to told you. It'll work out just fine. When you think you ain't listening, it's always better. Like, if you want to pre-make your own fry mix or anything like that, all you do is get you like a half of the 5 pound bag of flour and add you a couple tablespoons of your favorite seasoning, okay? And sift it all together and put it in a big Ziploc bag. You ready for it? You measure out what you want to use, put the other back in the Ziploc bag, and it's already pre-done. You ain't gotta worry about it. Okay? Okay. Okay. So I'm about to take my onion back. And I'm about to season my chicken. And this is what I do. So I always buy the big 4-quart things of ice cream for my granddaughter. Okay, I always get the big 4-quart bucket of ice cream for my grandchildren. So what I do when when it is empty, I wash them out and I use them. So when I cut up fruit or when I'm doing something like you need to put something in the baked potato salad or when like I'm doing this chicken right now, I'm thinking of this. I use those buckets. I reuse those buckets for that because and then especially if somebody taking something home, every time you give them your containers, you know you don't have to get them back. So use that kind of stuff instead of using your good Tupperware. Let me see here. I don't care how you get here, you can. Oh, if you can. Ooh, ooh. And another thing, I like to use heavy whipping cream because it's thick and it sticks to your meat, stick to your chicken. You hear me? The heavy whipping cream coats that chicken real good. So you ain't got to worry about it dripping to the bottom. Okay? Mix it on in there that's like something I tell you, but trust me, I'm doing it. All right. Let's move. I just had to open this other one. And the one already open. See, that's how people do. That's just how people do. Just can't be happy with not opening up everything. Oh, I let my door. I think I took one. That old bay season. Oh, child. I ain't get it back yet. Ain't gonna get it back either. Ain't gonna get it back. Oh, let me tell y'all something else that's good. Sazon. I'll show you. I can't. Let me see if I can. I don't even know. I can't even take my camera. Oh, put my hands nasty. But that Sazon, oh my gosh. It is so good, y'all. Sazon seasoning is made by Goya, Goya. That Sazon, oh my gosh, it's good on everything. Chicken, vegetables, steak, greens, broth, anything. It's very good. Okay? Very, very good. Who am I onion? Oops, that's what I can open. Done. So yeah. And it depends on, man, done it. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish, what flavor you're trying to accomplish. If you want something a little more spicy, add a little chili powder on your chicken. If you want it like the buffalo kind of taste, add a chili powder. It's pretty good. Some of these filled to the top. I just bought them, so they filled to the top. And I don't know about nobody else, but I like my black pepper. I like to be able to see it. So I want to use some coarse black pepper. Coarse. That's right. That's right. So now I'm going to mix this in. So now and then stick it in the fridge. While I'm mixing the macaroni. That's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Color that with brine. Okay. Marinade. Make a nice cast on skillet. And two. One for the cornbread. And one for the chicken. Put this in the refrigerator. And I'm done. I make my room for the macaroni. I already cut up my cheese. What yeah, I sing about everything. Better sing than cry now. No, into my Holy Spirit. And I want to make my ice cream, but I'm looking on my freezer for it. So, right? So I might have to wait another, and I want to make the banana pudding ice cream. I'm going to have to wait for the cream for that. That's good. But my freezer is full. So, I have to make my macaroni cheese. Put it in oven. On my chicken fry. Because I got somebody waiting to buy a few plates from me. Listen, I have a few gentlemen that don't cook, and or and they wait whenever I cook. They buy a plate. They pay me $25, $30, $40 a plate of food. And some of them do cook. If I cook every day, I buy a plate every day. I sure will. Like I said, it's the gift that keep on giving. Sure will. Sure will. But cheese. It feels like a heat it up for a couple minutes. Bit. Go. You know. You shine. Oh, yeah, man. I remember. Yeah, man. I remember. Okay. Great. I need a ball. Give me that ball. That red one. Hello. I need the ball. Or that clear one. Or that clear one. Let me put down. That was fine. Just give it out.
Oh, it's hard to wash this under there.
Yeah, I'll just use that. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I do need a. You see, you have like that. Give me the oven.
Me?
Yes, you.
Wash that?
You ain't washed it today, but you washed it, bro. Give me the bowl. I ain't about to argue with you. Funny with yourself. With your funny with yourself.
Okay. Acting like Kwame now. When I first started doing this, I hair. When I was over here, telling people like funky hair man.
What do you call you?
Funky hair man. Funny with a
Okay. All right.
That was an interesting word.
It's still in. It still is, son. It's still in.
Look at the drinking here. No.
Bruh, get out of the kitchen. You ain't wash your hands. Bye. Goodbye.
Did you pour me?
I ain't buying you juice. I ain't put, don't drink up all my juice. I asked you, did you want one? You said no. Don't drink up all my juice. Don't play with me. And when you keep pushing this microwave, you won't push it back. Really? Everything I gotta do by myself. It don't take nothing for you. Move your hunger. What are you looking for? Well, if you eat one more thing, no, be a while. No, it's not. Get out. Or then work up an appetite. Work up an appetite. Go make exercise for a lazy body. Oh, bro. All you do is sit up and eat and play video games. And it go on to your kneecaps and your feet and your hair. You need to go watch those tablecloth things. Thinking back on times, love was always on the mind. Real ain't no second chance. Don't let it fly. There's a way. I don't know why, but I know why. Well, y'all, guess what? Been on here long enough, and I'm about to start frying in a little bit. So I mix up this macaroni. I have to cornbread. Cornbread in the oven. I need to turn it up. Cause that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna make this macaroni. Put it in the oven. And then my greens are almost done before you have dishwasher. And so yeah, it is. Whew, yes, it is actually an hour that I've been on here. It's the change. Baby, come to me. Let me put my dreams with me. With you. You know, I'm still out of phone, you need you every day. And you're always there. Yeah. Give me a roll of paper towel at the pantry. Little funny looking kid. I ain't gonna let go. Yeah. I think before we got it, the macaroni and cheese, the greens, chicken and cornbread. That's more than enough. Probably with us. It's not Sunday. All right, y'all. I'll be back. Creek don't rise. Love you on purpose. And then you do about it.